Hey everyone, Margaret here from KROHNS with another tech update. Today we're going to review the Alienware 15 with the added optional graphics amplifier. This is one of Alienware's newest laptops and goes for the starting price of $1,199.99, increasing in price based on the package you purchase. We're looking at the top of the line version here at $2,499.99. Alienware always seems to go for a sleek, aggressive look with their laptops, and this anodized aluminum shell reinforced with magnesium alloy frame in gray pulls it off once again. You'll notice that the speakers are on the front side facing towards the user, which is super nice. Sometimes you'll see laptops placing them on the sides or in the back, which can cause the audio to be a bit muffled or distant. On the left side, you'll find your power jack, 2 USB 3.0 ports, and 2 audio jacks. On the right, there's your GIGABIT Ethernet port, SD card reader, and 2 more USB ports, which I'm always a big fan of. Finally, on the back, you'll find your HDMI 1.4 output, mini display port, and the proprietary PCI Express connector for the graphics amplifier. There are 2 display options for the Alienware 15, an anti-glare 1080p LCD display rated at 300 nits of brightness, and a TrueLife Ultra HD 3840p by 2160p LCD display rated at 350 nits of brightness with touchscreen technology. As far as dimensions and weight, the monitor is 15.6 inches. The laptop itself is 10.64 inches deep and 15.19 inches wide, with a front and rear height of 1.34 inches weighing in at 7.07 pounds. As with most Alienware products, the Alienware 15 allows you to customize the lighting system for your top, sides, both Alienware symbols, keyboards, and touchpad. With the command center for Dito, you can also accelerate your system, create macros, which they have even provided extra macro keys for, and monitor its performance. At first, I wasn't sure how I'd like the keyboard because the material leaves fingerprints very easily, but when typing, it feels super smooth and is very responsive. I must say the same for the trackpad. You'll find that your fingerprints will often be left behind, but it's quite responsive, and the separated left and right click keys are nice for those who prefer them to be detached from the touchpad itself. I still highly recommend getting an external mouse for those who want to game, as the location of the keyboard and the trackpad may make it awkward whenever you're utilizing both the keyboard and touchpad for interactive gameplay. The Alienware 15 does get a bit loud for a laptop during gameplay, but if you're wearing a headset or playing audio loud enough, it's not something that will become bothersome. As far as cooling, both the CPU and GPU stayed below 85 degrees Celsius during intense stress testing. The laptop has some hot spots near the ventilation at the bottom and when you're typing on the keyboard after a prolonged usage. I will say I like the nice little stoppers at the bottom of the laptop, which allow for more ventilation room whenever you have the laptop on a flat surface. And I found that when it comes to battery life and gameplay, you'll most often want to be tethered. Now let's get into the system specs. This Alienware 15 comes with an Intel Core i7-4710, quad-core 6MB cache, up to 3.5 GHz with turbo boost, 256GB LITE-ON SSD, and 1TB Toshiba hard drive for storage, and 16GB of DDR3 1600 RAM. We're using Windows 8.1, but you can choose between 8.1 or Windows 7 Professional when purchasing the product. As with most Windows 8 and 7 users, you'll be able to upgrade to Windows 10 for free when it's available later this year. Now, before we get into benchmarks, let's talk about the Alienware graphics amplifier so we can do a side-by-side comparison of the graphics quality with and without it. The amplifier is precisely what it sounds like. It allows you to amplify your Alienware 13, 15, or 17R2 notebooks graphics via using an external graphics card through the proprietary PCI Express graphics connection. As far as dimensions and weight, the amplifier is roughly 6.8 inches in height, 16 inches deep, and 7.3 inches in width, weighing in at around 7.7 pounds. The amplifier includes a 460-watt internal power supply, 4 USB ports, AC power jack, and an Alienware graphics amplifier port. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty, which is what all of us tech nerds love, comparing the Alienware 15 with and without the amplifier edition. This laptop comes with the NVIDIA 980M, and for the amplifier, I'm using an Alienware-provided Radeon R9 290. Note you can use any full-length dual-wide graphics card requiring up to 375 watts. The 980M is currently the top-of-the-line laptop GPU, which launched late 2014. The 290 is a mid-range desktop graphics card. It debuted late 2013. For benchmark testing, I utilized 3D Mark, Resident Evil 5, Dragon Age Inquisition, and Tomb Raider's benchmark utilities. I did 3 tests with 3D Mark. Firestrike showed a 12% increase, Skydiver showed a 15% increase, and Cloudgate showed a 2.6 increase. During the Resident Evil 5 testing, I saw a 20% increase, whereas Dragon Age Inquisition displayed a 27% increase with the amplifier. But with Tomb Raider, I noticed an anomaly where the performance actually decreased minorly by 4 to 11% when I added the amplifier. All in all, this laptop provides a good mid-range desktop experience. You'll be able to play all the modern games, but not with graphical settings maxed out, partly due to the beautiful and demanding 4K resolution, and also general limitations of laptop hardware. While 4K is definitely the future and it's quite gorgeous, it's still crushing GPUs. Now, if you run your games at 1080p instead of 4K, you'll find that you'll be able to play your games at closer to max graphical settings. Overall, I think this product is for someone who is looking for a desktop replacement. Perhaps you're going to college and you have limited space, or you travel a lot and you're going to a destination for a prolonged period of time and really want to keep your gaming experience at its peak. The laptop itself is portable, but still heavy enough where you might not want to carry it around everywhere. And the amplifier isn't something you want to bring with you everywhere. You'll most likely want to keep it at a set location. I hope that you enjoyed this review. Remember to give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see me review more products in the future, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Margaret signing off. As always, enjoy the game.